Ruby from the RubyGarmaNetwork.com. Today we're going to talk to a special nurse from Florida, and she can share her experience from going through the nursing program up to working on the floor. So, Tokla, would you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Tokla. I am a registered nurse here in the state of Florida, and I've been a nurse for about 3 years now.
Okay. The hospital that you're working at right now, you've been there since the beginning of your career, right?
Yes, this is my first nursing job right after school.
Oh, okay. So how was the orientation like when they first
Um, so
train you?
okay, so for the program, for the nursing job that I got here, they hired me as I got hired, and then they gave us 12 weeks of training. It's a program called Star RN, and then
Okay.
we had 6 weeks of training. Like at a facility, like a simulation facility. We did 6 weeks of training there. We went over lecture. We did like skills training, simulations, and then after that, they put us 6 weeks on the floor with a preceptor.
Oh,
That's when
okay.
we were able to experience like an actual working with patients and stuff on the floor.
Okay. So
Mhm.
from that experience, completing the 12 weeks, you said, and
Yes, ma'am.
then you were able to move on and do the work on your own. Was there
Mhm.
still a chance that the mentor was still around during
Oh
that
yes, yes,
period?
yes.
Okay.
Um, yes. So I was trained 3 weeks during morning shift
Mm-hmm.
and then 3 weeks at night shift. And so when I got off on my own, my preceptor was still working with me, like not every shift, but then she was still there. So if I have question or anything, she was there to like help and support me. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I got the full support on that
Yes,
floor.
that's a good training
Uh-huh.
ground then. That
Oh yeah,
whatever
yeah.
hospital that you are working
Hmm.
at right now. Very good.
Oh yeah, they prepare you. They prepare you really good on like before you send they send you out to the crocodiles.
Yeah, to the crocodiles. Okay, so what school did you go to complete your RN program?
I attended West Coast University there in Anaheim, California.
Okay, and how was that program?
It was a really fast, accelerated BSN program. It took me 3 years, 8 semesters, 3 years.
Okay.
Hmm.
And
It was a great program though.
oh,
It
okay.
just like it was really fast. Yeah, really accelerated.
Yes. Did you work while going to the RN program?
No, I did not. I had two little children at home, so I did not work at all.
Okay.
I just went to school and clinical and then came home.
Okay. Do you have any support? Who are your support system while going to the RN program?
I had my parents. They were there watching my kids when I go to school, when I go to clinical. When I have like night clinicals, they would stay with my kids in the room. So I had them helping me out like throughout the whole 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That must be nice.
Oh
Having
yeah,
your
it was
parent.
good.
Yes, but not everybody has that support. But any
Oh
support that
no,
you
yeah,
can get will do, right?
yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. I had friends who worked while they went to school, and I saw it. It was really hard for them. But I'm so like blessed that my parents were there to help me out for the 3 years that I went to school.
Yes. Um, Going to school, I know some nurses or some of us will have like a very good memory going to school. Do you have one that you can remember?
Yeah. So a memorable moment that I had from school was like my first time going to clinical. Um, like nursing was a profession that I chose, but I never like actually I was not like a nursing assistant or an LVN where I had like experience working at like with patients already. I didn't have that.
Hmm.
So my first time going to a clinical, that was something that I remember for me because I was able to actually apply what I learned at school and then work with the patient there. I was able to learn to do their vitals, so I thought it was cool for me.
Oh, that's good. Without
Hmm.
any healthcare background, and you
Oh
did it.
yeah, no
Yes.
healthcare background. Nope.
Yes. Any bad experience that you remember going to the program?
No bad experience, but I have to say that nursing school was really tough. Um, there was like many times when I questioned myself, why did I get into this program?
Uh-huh.
But but I can say that this program was like, if this is something that you really want to do, then yes, go for it because it's so rewarding at the end.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm glad that you hang on and complete the program.
Oh yeah,
For
me too.
I know that going to school without the teachers that also supported us and guide us in the success of the program. Do you remember a specific teacher that
Um,
you think mentor you to be successful in the program?
oh yeah. Like every semester, every teacher that I have, I know I learned something new from each and every one of them.
Hmm.
But there was a particular teacher who is now the dean of the school. She was there hands on with me. And with any question, personal or nursing questions, she was there. She would show me, not just talk, but she would show me like to actually how to do it.
Oh,
Work with
okay.
me yeah.
So is it this particular instructor very patient? What do you like about this instructor or the instructors?
I like it that she would just not talk, like she would not just lecture you about like how to do like a certain procedure, but she would actually walk you through it
Hmm.
like step by step. So that's what I like about her.
Oh, good.
Hmm.
Any nurse or doctors in the family?
Oh no, I am actually the first nurse in my family. I have cousins that are like medical assistants or LVN, but I'm actually like the first nurse, like RN in the family.
Wow, congratulations. But why nursing for you, Tokla?
Why nursing? Well, to me, I think nursing is one of the most respected profession. I think it is personal and spiritually rewarding. That's
Hmm.
why I got into nursing.
Okay. Um, Now that you completed the program, you've been a registered nurse for 3 years, going to your 4 years, correct?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
what is your specialty right now?
I currently work on a step down cardiac telemetry unit. I work with patient who suffer from heart disease, heart failure, any kind of complication with heart condition, and then we provide so care. We also provide care for patients that are recovering from like a cardiac procedure, for example, like a cardiac catheterization.
Hmm.
We care for them afterwards.
Oh, okay. So, do you like working in that floor?
Of course. Do
Do you have any choice?
I have any choice? I do have choices, but I love the floor.
Yes. I know that within this 3 years of the pandemic, how was that for
Hmm.
you working in the bedside?
So my unit, we have only 18 beds in my unit. We were one of the smaller unit in the hospital,
Hmm.
and so they turned our unit into a COVID unit. So when the pandemic happened, my unit basically took all the COVID patient. Like if they came in for COVID, they came in as a PUIs. We had them in our unit, and so I experienced it firsthand with the pandemic.
Were you scared taking care of the COVID patient?
Here, yes, but mostly because I didn't want to bring COVID home with me and give it to my family. I
Okay.
was more scared of that.
Yeah. Than you getting the COVID.
Than me getting COVID. I didn't want to pass it to my kids or my parents.
Yeah, can you tell our audience? I know that now COVID is slowly dying down. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what did you do after working in the hospital and you go home? What are your preparation?
So with my hospital, they did provide us with PPEs. They gave us the gown. We had enough gowns. We had enough shields, but they only provided us with 1N95 per shift. So I got 1N95 per shift.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, but then when I get home, I'll usually before I walk in the door, I usually wipe everything down in the car. When I get out, I go inside the door and I'll let my people know at home that I'm coming through. I want them out of my way, and I head straight to the restroom.
Okay.
Straight to the restroom, take out my clothes and put in a bag. Yeah, I tried.
Wow.
I and then I don't wash my clothes with any of their stuff.
So you,
Just my uniform.
yeah.
Yeah, by itself.
So
Hmm.
infection control from the time you leave the hospital all the way to
Oh
the
yeah, I'll wait
house.
until I get home and shower in bed.
Okay. Wow. You had the opportunity to renew your license. How much is the license renewal in Florida?
I believe it is about $175 here in Florida.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think it's 175 in Florida. I don't know how much it is in California.
Oh, I think it's like 180 or something like that. 180,
One
190.
about me? Okay.
Yeah. What about CEU? Does Florida require you to have CEU before you can
Yes,
renew your license?
yes, we have to complete 24 units of the CEUs before we can renew our license.
Oh,
I
24.
over here, yeah, I over here I use CE Broker. I don't know if they, I think it's yeah CE Broker, and they would help me track down like the courses that I need to take
Mm-hmm.
and the requirement before they get sent all that stuff up to the board. So I get help with that.
Oh, okay. Does the hospital pay for renewing your license or getting your
No, that's
CEU?
out of our that's out of pocket. No,
Okay, it's a personal expenses then.
personal, yeah, personal investment.
Okay. For the hospital that you work with right now, are they Joint Commission certified?
Yes. So actually, they were here last week, but I did not get the opportunity to work with the trade commission. I
Oh,
was off,
okay. Was
but I
that a
helped
relief for
prepare.
you or
It was a relief for me because it would have been my first time like having to deal with trade commission, but it was a relief that I didn't have to meet with them.
yeah. But how I would like to know how did upper management or whoever's in charge of preparing you
Mhm.
guys for the survey, how did they prepare you guys?
So for our unit, usually we had to make sure that our crash board is updated, make sure our hallways are clear of clutters,
Hmm.
make sure we have proper PPEs for the isolation room. And then for the nurses, they made sure that we know our policy, we know the procedure, like of any like for example, if there's like disaster or fire, we know what we need to do. And if there's a code, we know how to run it. Proper like patient assessment and reassessment, med errors, all that. We need to know all that. Yeah, they asked us.
Okay.
They made sure we know it.
Did they tell you where the policies and procedures are located?
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
We had where everything's at. Yes.
Yes. Oh, good. Okay.
We were prepared.
Yeah, you were prepared. That's a good thing to know because some of the nurses, like what you said, if you work in during the night,
Hmm.
I think they still prepare them, but I've never heard Joint Commission coming to the hospital to do survey, the
At that time,
regular survey during night. They can come in
yeah.
early in the morning, but I've never heard
Hmm.
that they come during the night. But I might be wrong. So,
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, I've heard once that they would sometimes come like around 3 or 4, just I guess just to hear out and what we do at night. But I don't know. It was my first time, so I don't know.
okay. So have you
Hmm.
been part of any hospital audit or healthcare audit?
No, actually not. No, I haven't. Well, because I work at night shift, so we don't really have like any audit investor comes in. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. So would you like to learn one day so you can be
Of
prepared?
course,
Yeah.
of course,
All
I
right.
do.
So are you happy where you're working at right now, Tokla?
I am very happy. I have like a strong support from my director, from my charge nurse. Like with any problems that we have on the floor, they're usually there to help us.
Mm-hmm.
My director is awesome. Like if we need any time off, she's awesome. We just let her know and know it's off. We get it.
Oh, good. That's sometimes that's the very challenging to the nurses because
Oh
you know
yeah.
they want to
Hmm.
attend this party and they cannot take off or something like that. I think that
Hard,
was the
but just
hard
time
part.
off from work.
Yes. But that's good that you have a good support. I think that makes a difference to
Oh yeah.
the nurses because there's a work and personal balance right
Hmm.
there. So,
Yeah,
what are
because I
your?
believe.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I
What?
just I believe that nursing is already hard, so I think that if we get support from our director, from our manager, I think is even better. It
Yeah.
makes you want to stay at that unit a little bit more.
Yes, correct. That makes you stay longer.
Stay
So,
longer, exactly.
yeah. Now that you are an RN, is there any
Hmm.
plans to move up to a higher level nursing? Any plans?
I do want to move up, but I do love my bedside job right now.
Okay.
I love it, and my body is getting old, so maybe the near future, I would like to go up towards like manager and I don't know case management, something like out of bedside,
Yeah.
like other specialty. But yeah, as of right now, my bedside, I love it. I love the bedside job I have right now. I'm
But
able to connect more with patients, so I love it.
oh, okay. So can
Hmm.
you tell the audience as to why you said you love the bedside?
Well, I believe that with bedside, I feel like I get to know my patients a little bit more. Usually with the nursing job, we work 3 nights or 3 days back to back, and I feel like when I'm doing that, I get to know my patients more. I'm able to advocate for them when they need something. Um, yeah, and I get to see them go home like better. So I love it.
Yeah. So you mentioned that your schedule is like 3 days, 12-hour shift. So when you
Hmm.
go to the next day or the third day, do you get the same patient?
If yes, so if I work 3 nights back to back, I do get the same patient unless they get discharged home.
Mm-hmm. And
So
the,
it's good because I know the patient already, I know what's going on with them, so it's easy for me to advocate if they need anything else with the doctor.
yeah. So what is
Hmm.
the patient to nurse ratio on the floor
So
that
for
you work?
my So yeah, so for my unit, we it's a small unit. We have 18 beds.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I have 6 patients a night. But then if they're coming back from a procedure like a cardiac cath procedure, we would usually have 4 patients to one nurse.
Oh, okay. So it depends on the acuity
Yes, it
also,
depends.
right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. With the 4 years experience,
3
3 years
years.
going 4 years of experience, what do you think makes a great nurse like you?
um, I'm trying to be a great nurse. But what I think will make a great nurse is one that shows empathy to each patient.
Hmm.
I think they making an effort to put themselves in the patient's shoes. I think if we practice empathy, we can understand the patients a little bit more. We can focus on the patients and then hopefully properly care for them.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Tokla, we're on our last question. And I want you to tell the audience because we need a lot of nurses. Like what
Mm-hmm.
you said, there are some nurses that's retiring. So we're encouraging or aspiring nurses to come
Mm-hmm.
aboard and be a nurse as well. So, what can you
Mm-hmm.
advise those aspiring nurses?
Aspiring. Never to forget why you went into nursing. I feel like if you have a lot of compassion, then the nursing is for you. Always remember that there's good and bad days, but remember that there's patients, even if they're mean and nasty on certain days. But then, I want I want them to remember that to treat those patients with respect, to love them like they are one of your loved ones. And I
Yes,
believe that patients know when you are authentic and you're genuine, and they can pick you out of a crowd if you're a fake nurse. So I
yes.
just want them to be real with those patients and love those patients like one of their own.
What about studying? What can you tell them to be successful?
Oh,
How
time
should
management.
their time management? Okay.
Yeah, time management, of course. Like even now on like working as a nurse, like time management is so important. Like with medication and how you care for
Mm-hmm.
the patients and priorities. I think time management is something that you will learn even from nursing school all the way until you hit the floor. You need to have time management.
Yes, correct. Well, thank you, Tokla, for sharing your experience from going to school and now successful as a nurse. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
And
thank you for the opportunity to share.
okay, talk to you
Thank
later. Okay, bye bye.
you so much. Bye bye.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe, and see you on the next video.